Hi Gemini, and welcome to your monthly reading for May 2021. This is for Gemini energy, that is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any kind of placement basically, and you know the drill, take what resonates, leave behind the rest, never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. Hope you're doing amazing, Gemini. What are we going to do here? Well, we're going to, first and foremost, we're going to start by pulling out some tarot here, looking into the month of May, meaning that this, as I said, it is a monthly reading, so I'm reading it as a month, okay? And starting with the tarot, right? Then we are pulling out some archetypes to look into the underlying energies that go deeper. When I pull out archetypes, as well, it goes without saying, the reading goes deep, a bit deeper. So again, take what resonates with you, leave behind the rest. I also have clarifiers if needed. Let's get started. Gemini, the month of May here. Show me the month of May for Gemini. The month of May for Gemini. The Gemini is here. The month of May. Three of Cups. I'm just going to lay out the cards, then I'll be there. Alright. This is good. Alright, Gemini, first thing I get here is a little bit of an underdog for you here. In the center of the spread, we have the Three of Cups. That's friendships, Gemini. Those are friendships. It's spending time with people who are dear to you. It's also celebration. It's going out. It's having fun. It's basically going back to the bars, having a drink once and here and then. But it is crossed by the King of Swords, okay? And I also have a Seven of Swords underneath, and I have a Queen of Swords here. So, and there's probably something, particular person here in your life that still affects you. You may not want to talk about that, but you know, let's see. It could also just be a situation. There's something here getting into your head. Looking to the past, we have the Devil. Yes, it could be a Capricorn. No, it might, it's just basically something related to having a bad habit. Right? Oh, it's a Capricorn. Doesn't matter. In all cases, there's something here that has to do with change, of letting something go. I see you being curious. That's the thing. There's a little bit of a discrepancy in terms of how you perceive a situation versus how you show up. You might be in this underdog energy in the sense that you make yourself smaller than what you really are. Because you see how you see a situation, you see it as a Page of Swords. I don't know if this is you communicating or someone communicating with you. It has to do with communication. It's the small steps, basically. It's a curiosity and the small steps. We're going to look into it more as we go along here. But you show up as the King of Wands. So that is really driven. Really, really driven and capable of making the effort if you want to. Now the thing is, I look here at your hope and fears. Those are the Ten of Swords. So you're hoping that something here will reach a completion in some area or another. It will be done. It has to be done. But there's a situation here where you are placing your attention. And also in relation to one particular person. Be mindful here that you don't allow someone to get into your head here, right? In ways they shouldn't be getting into your head. You know, if they're smart and all that, fine. But I see a little bit of a, you know. Don't let anyone make you smaller than you are. All right, just saying that. And then we have in your environment something here that will make your heart sing. Sing. You know, you could actually run into someone who's rather intelligent, Gemini. And that would be a good thing, because I actually see something good taking place here throughout the month. I see you having as a strength to let something go. That from the past, which has a toll on you. It still has a toll on you, but I also see it having a toll on you in a way where it has opened up your heart. You're letting that go, especially if it has any negativity or toxicity with it. That's being let go, but it just speaks to change in general, right? There could be some, it's just a situation that could brought things into illumination. And then coming up here with the 4 wands, that is reaching the graduating stage, right? In some area or another, it is being in an environment of goodness, of good times, Gemini, right? Most likely outcome, we have the Knight of Swords. That is possibly either a situation coming towards you very, very quickly. It could actually come with. It's someone. The Knight of Swords brings news, right? So I actually, honestly, I pick up here on that. You have some kind of a communication coming in this beginning here and the middle of it, small communication, starting to talk, and then suddenly it will develop into something bigger and better. It happens quickly. I see you being still underdog. I see you being smart and all of that. Yeah, let's see. Let's pull a keyword before we pull out the archetypes. Show me a keyword for the situation here in May 2021 for Gemini. Consent is ongoing and a witness to change and transition. Consent is ongoing. What does that mean? Well, it is what it says. It means that someone can say yes at one point in time and then they can say no. Meaning that, let's say that someone here asked for your help. Consent is ongoing. It's typically something you have to learn if you want to work with other people. Meaning that, let's say that you are a social worker, right? Someone here seeks out your help. There are certain ethical norms you should abide to, and in all cases, of staying in your lane and all that. But in all cases, someone here reaches out to you and gives you permission to, for instance, intervene on your behalf or something like that, or just give you permission to advise or something like that. They grant you permission to do something at that time for a period of time. But if they then retract that consent, then it's also a way of saying you stop. You have to stop advising them or doing something like that, right? Consent is ongoing. That's also, part of its communication, where we kind of stop once in a while and feel each other in a connection, right? Is that, It's also, I'm just going to give another example, for instance, like, just, don't know, nothing to do with this reading, I'm just going to give an example, like, for instance, date, no, not date, you can be in a relationship, and you, even though you are in a relationship with someone, you are their boyfriend, girlfriend, married, or spouse, whatever, you still have to give consent to want to be sexual with them, right? It's that's, respect, basically. So just because someone said no at one point does not mean that they if they say no, respect that, right? And it might be something here related to the past, or something that if you are witness to something. All right, let's see what we have here with the archetypes. Show me that 3 of Cups underneath here. We have an ocean. Let me lay out all the cards here. Okay, so we start by having the ocean with the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups, as I said, it is this friendship energy. It is also it's something that's very deep, has an emotional nature. It's almost as Gemini, something about giving advice to, or having a friend that gives you advice, or you want to give advice to a friend. Remember to know where you can go and where you should not go. Remember that consent is ongoing, even if it is you saying no, or remembering someone of their spot in your life, or them reminding you of your spot in their life. it's really what I'm getting here, because I see you being very, very curious about wanting to bring things together as a whole. But I am also seeing here something with the medallion, which is I don't know if you're dealing with someone here who is in a position where they, again, feel as though they are smarter than everyone else. Please be mindful of that, even if it is you. But I do see here the king over here underneath your hope and fears with the 10 of swords, right? The king is a leader. The king has a position of power. The king leads his people out, in this case, out of pain. I don't know. All right. What I see here for you is that you're hoping for the end of a situation that has given you headache. You might be wanting to be in a position of you know, where you can be a leader here, or you're seeking out that leadership. We're gonna look into it with a clarification here. I'm just getting that really strongly here. It says consent is ongoing. I'm also getting stay in your lane. But consent is on, but there's a difference between the two, but yeah. In the sense that stay in your lane is basically, you know, don't intervene if you're not being asked. And consent is ongoing is, yes, you've been asked to intervene, but remember also to do so in ways where you don't overstep the permission that was given, even if it's another person doing it to you, okay? In the past here, I'm seeing a little, I see, alright, it goes in both directions. You know what, I'm gonna use this clarification, because the past here, I am seeing, you know, the village with the devil, and that is a place of home. But it can also be a place being tied to a particular community, basically, in which there's something toxic, or it's something that has a you know, that of binding someone to someone. You know, it's like I give a contract, you know, the devil contract, to stay in this community, even if it's good or and all of that. But I'm just seeing that being a challenge here, staying there. That is like having signed a contract, now you're bound to that contract. And I am seeing that someone here would like to also release themselves. It could actually be you, right? Because, but you know, place yourself here. There is, I gotta say, also an energy here of Gemini, you staying in your lane, or you understanding the consent here, right? When faced with a challenge and your passion dies out, right? For instance, if this is you, someone here is intervening in your life, and they are basically killing your mojo, right? Because they are dominating. That becomes a challenge here that can be almost insufferable. But I do also still get here, be mindful of you as well, right? In that I see you being curious, I see you wanting this leadership here, quality. But be honest. There's something here in your environment that has this newness about it. I see you wanting to chase it. You want to chase it, but be mindful that you don't chase it for it to fill up some hole here, right? The balance, basically. Keep the balance here. So you don't see someone here going through something and jump on it. But just balanced. What was it we were looking into? This, no, you know what, look at this. Let's, you know what, look at that. 3 of Cups here. Six of Wands. Come on. Alright. 6 of Wands. 2 of Wands, which I just saw. And the Devil. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Alright, 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and the Devil. It is that of wanting to be seen, making plans to go somewhere, and having victory. Alright. I do see a celebration taking place, honestly. Let's see like that. I do see a celebration taking place. And it might actually have to do with your career or going somewhere, but there's still this contract. I get this contract, I get this being tied to one particular person or an idea. It's the devil is here, Gemini, of someone here that wants to be seen and have victory. But I see you having victory in one area of your life. And that's good. Because things are coming back together here. I do see communication coming in as well. Making, kind of like promoting something here to come. To there be a whole. And I do see something new love come here. You know what, Gemini? It wouldn't surprise me if this is one of those situations where you come across a new lover or something, or with the Ace of Cups here, that makes your heart sing. And you want that, and then you want that. Right, but let's see. Is it because I don't know. We will look into that. Show me this Page of Swords here. No, I actually want to look into you, the King of Wands here. King of Pentacle. The Sun. And the Moon. You want to be the winner. Again, Gemini, I picked up on this before. You want to be the winner in something. You have good confidence, okay? I am seeing that. But at the same time, can I really say this? This is the weirdest thing. There's a difference between what it is that you project out and then what's going on inside here. You may come off as very powerful, right? As I said again, this underdog here. Meaning that you have this powerful within you. People see that, you don't see that. That's it. You don't see that. Other people see that. This is interesting. We're gonna just clarify and see what goes on here, right? It's almost as though you feel as though you can't win at anything here, no matter what it is that you do. But you are actually winning. What is up with that consent then? Is this what someone here is... Alright, we gotta flow with this energy, okay, Gemini? Sorry, but you're mutable. All you mutable signs, you do this to me. Show me this Page of Swords up here. 3 of Cups. 6 of Cups. 3 of Wands. Gemini, you look at the situation in ways... Well, for some of you, I don't know if it's about reuniting with someone from the past. I hope not. But most of you, it's that of returning... But it is something about returning something here to the past. Even if it's just spending time with friends, coming together as one again. You're curious. And I do see your heart saying, you know what, let's look into this Ace of Cups, because that is brand new. That is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the 5 of Swords, and the Magician. Something here is being thrown up into the air here in your life. There is this opportunity for love, but it also brings change with it, right? And the question is, how will you respond to change? Do you believe in yourself? I see you wanting to be in some sort of position here, but you are afraid of the headache. Are you chasing? Are you abandoning new energies to chase an old energy? Even though it looks new, but it's the same? That makes no sense. It's a little weird to me as a reader here. Because you show up as so strong, but something here has a toll on you. And that keeps you stuck in this same... It's almost like a karmic cycle. So it's just a pattern, basically. It's not a cycle, it's a pattern. It's a bad habit. Let's do some more clarification to see what comes up here for you. Your strength is to let something go here and be stone cold if you can. That is your strength. You do have that within you. What's coming up for you is a continuation of being in a context that may not actually give you what it is that you need, Gemini. It is like being in an institutional context, which you are bound to by bad habit. That contract is a decision not to break from your bad habit here. The Capricorn screams like in slavery here. Show me that 4 wands there. Clarified by the Page of Swords, Justice, and the Knight of Swords. You know what? It's almost like a communication is coming from you. For some of you, it could actually be a legal situation, or it has this tie, this there's a legal nature to it. Let's say like that. There's a legal nature to it, of tying you to a particular, almost like a home or an environment. And even though I see you being curious about trying on something new here, for some of you, yes, you are tied to the situation because someone here is pulling you back on into it, right? And I see a possible battle taking on here. Because, how can I explain this? There's your energies here about being pulled back into actually something that's not very good, right? Not very good for you. You have as a strength to let this go. It stems from an inner transformation of being cold almost, right? But being present in the moment and leave something as it is, right? It's time brings change. But if you hold on to it, also in ways where you stay in the same situation when nothing changes, you don't make the effort, then you also allow it to pull you back, right? And it has a lot to do with the way that you think, your mind pattern, the way that you place your attention and create your own truth. Because the way that you create your own truth by speaking it out loud or thinking it, right? The way you think can then basically comes to determine what it is that you want to see. You can look up confirmation bias if you want to. You see what you want to see. Meaning that even if something here came towards you in a different format or something like that, if you want to, right, for instance, you can watch this reading here and I can say something about, brand new. And if you want it to be about reconciliation, you will make it be about reconciliation. You understand what I mean? It's that people will hear what they want to hear. People will see what they want to see. I see you having hopes about being released from this situation. But you might find yourself in an environment which you have no control over, like a family dynamic or something like that then pulls you back. So you can see this dissonance almost taking place, and then you may make yourself smaller than what you actually are capable of, right? You have a lot of experience. I see that you have a lot of experience. You have a lot to give. You have King of Wands and King of Pentacles. You have a lot to give here. But it is a challenge here for you to make, right? It's almost every time you make something evident, it might be questioned. Is it because we're dealing with someone who gaslights you? As I said, contenders, I'm so sorry, Gemini. It takes me forever to get up to this. It's just I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And I'm not seeing the presence of a particular person. I'm sensing the environment. It's almost like the environment is gaslighting, right? And that's right. It could be like a family setting. It could be a bad company. It could be just the wrong place. I just crashed it open. Here we have burnout. Are you compatible with your environment? Are your needs and demands being met with the expectations? Meaning, can you live up to the expectations placed upon you? And if you, for instance, if you can have so much talent to give, Gemini, but if you are in an environment that will never appreciate that talent, you will always feel like you are worthless, rather than you find yourself in an environment where it will be appreciated. It that is how motivation is killed, right? If we are not capable of delivering, if our talents cannot unfold. So I'm seeing a situation here in May that may, call upon some reflective work here, because you have good things going on for you, right? You do. Don't let anyone tell you anything else. Or especially when it comes to that you're immature or something, that you don't know how to communicate, you don't know how to speak. You know what? If you've never spoken, you gotta start somewhere. You've never spoken before. If you always had someone here speak on your behalf, well, it's time to. You gotta learn how to speak for yourself, right? And you gotta start somewhere. And yes, when you then start speaking, you may not. Sometimes you say things that may not be that considerate, but you start somewhere, and that's also what I'm seeing here. But with the forgiveness, with the river underneath here, right? We see the ocean we have here as what we have at the center, which is the deeper depths of yourself. It could actually be your own intellectual depth, but it's also the depth of basically the ocean is your your emotional space, your dream space, your intuition, and all that. It can be a very scary place because there are sharks. It's the ocean, okay? There are sharks there. There's also a lot of different other things. There are goobies and goblins and goblin. Those with the toxic things. They have long. You can't see them. They're terrifying, especially if you go diving in Australia. Anyway, it's the ocean, okay? So goblets, goobies and goblets. Anywho, yeah, it's a scary place. But the ocean, what we have as the center of it, also with the Three of Cups, you understand the notion of how you become in close relation to those dear to you, right? Your friends and all that. It's almost like starting to question, starting to reflect upon the people you surround yourself with, right? And then what we have here is that with the where was it? It's the Knight of Swords. That is an opportunity here being blocked possibly in the present moment at the end of the month, right? At the end of the month, I'm seeing here a little bit of a coldness. All right, let's clarify that. I don't know if someone here, you're going to find out that someone here is sneaking away with your sanity or sneaking away with something that's actually yours. Like property or something, like intellectual property. Someone could be taking your ideas. Show me here the Knight of Swords. Clarified by the Judgment, clarified by the Ace of Swords. And the Two of Pentacles. I'm seeing fast forward movement here for you. It's still being blocked in a way because it's almost as though there's a forgiveness or something that should be taking place that's not taking place here. There's a challenge in that. It might actually be that you're not motivated to. You will lose your motivation for a situation here at the end of the month in which a forgiveness, it's like a forgiveness is what I'm getting here. A forgiveness you know, it's like an apology not coming. I did an oracle here yesterday on a matter similar to this, which was about an apology not really coming. It did maybe. Anyway, I'm just seeing that forgiveness being a challenge here. The opportunity is on the table, but someone here may not be willing to give it. So throughout the month here, I'm seeing a push and pull also taking place between you communicating and then being turned down in the way that you communicate on something. And whatever it is that you're trying to achieve there, it's not really gonna happen. Right? Your strength is to let it fucking go. To embrace transition. And to look at your own, you know, to look at your own role in it, in the sense that, you know, will you keep yourself stuck by continuing to engage with it, or will you do the difficult thing there is, which is to let go? It's just so fucking difficult, right? So fucking difficult to just let go. You have a choice to make there, right? I am seeing again some communication, some harsh critique taking place here, and it will pop. It is going to be a challenge here for you to make the right investment of your time, right? To begin with the month here, I see there being clarity. I see there being, you know, you finding your way there and all of that. But there may be some blockages coming up here where something here that you are expecting a communicative return, right? Some kind of a communication. It doesn't happen as expected. Could be forms of, you know, your truth being put on, you know, trial, so to say. And your strength is to let that go. Otherwise, you can find yourself continuing this battle. Let's finish with the soul lesson to see how it plays out here with you. I hope you got anything from this reading. I know it was a bit difficult, but that's how they are sometimes, right? This is a monthly reading. As I said, it plays out. You can rewatch it throughout the month if you want to. Soul lesson here for Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? Month of May. Blame. Oh, God. Blame and envy. Forget it. Envy and pride and self-esteem and surrender to your own happiness. And guilt. Guys, you know what? That's it. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. We saw that up here, which is that of... It's almost like finding yourself in an argument about who is to take responsibility for this, right? And if someone here insists on one person taking all the responsibility and the other one doesn't really want to, then you know what? It might be a challenge here. And for some of you, this is actually something that could prevent you from making an effort in something new that is actually coming, presenting itself. There's a new opportunity for love presenting itself to you throughout the month here, Gemini. Did I forget to say that? Well, that, you know what, it is here. But for you to grab it, you gotta be emotionally available. And if you are not emotionally available to it, because something here still has a tug on you, be mindful of that. I am the envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Pride. I love myself. I see myself in everyone's self-esteem. Because yeah, you know what, Gemini. In the end, we are our own creators. Okay, so that is what I have for you. Hope you will have a lovely, lovely month, and that's it. I will see you. Till next time. Ciao.